They see the world as an open sandpit. We talked to Ollie. He turned around the other day and was like, I want to live in a beautiful country. I was like, okay, where's that? Malaysia. Like, his concept of where to live in the world is so much more open than mine ever was.
I feel like we are a unit, we are a team, and I feel like there is that sense that we're all working together, we're kind of a unit, and that I think has come to some extent because we've moved so much. So I was born in the west coast of Ireland, and then we moved to Zimbabwe when I was 3, and then we moved back to Ireland when I was 6, and then we moved to England when I was 10. So I'm a bit all over the place.
I was in the UK till I was about 25 and then moved to Mongolia, had about 10 years bimbling around Asia and then came to Portugal.
We are now living in Sintra, just outside of Lisbon, and Portugal seemed like an amazing base, so we ended up here, and then we started in Ericeira because Tom loves to surf. And then we came down to Sintra just a couple of months ago. So I fell pregnant with Ollie when we were living in Mongolia the first time. And I went back to the UK to deliver. When he was 2 months old, we went back to UB with him. And then with Rosie, I fell pregnant the second time we were in Mongolia. And then we travelled through China with Ollie as a toddler and me heavily pregnant. And we did the Hong Kong and Vietnam period when I was pregnant with Rosie. And then I delivered her in Singapore. They are incredibly resilient and incredibly adaptable, especially when they're given the freedom. And if you act like it's utterly normal to just rock up into a new school with a completely different language. Like, we've dropped him in Bahasa in Malaysia, we've dropped him in Mongolian in Ulaanbaatar. In Singapore it was bilingual Chinese-English, and then Taiwan we threw him into a Mandarin local kindergarten, and then here when we moved to Portugal we just dropped him off in a local school where it was all Portuguese. And actually as a result I think there's not much that throws them. They actually adapt really quickly and they have developed a lot of confidence.
Just do it. There's no real reason not to do it. If you can work remotely, you give it a go. Worst case scenario, it's an extended holiday and you go home.
Worst case scenario, you have an adventure together
Worst
and it
case
doesn't
scenario,
work
it's
out.
a horrible experience, you hate it, you go back home, nothing's changed, but at least you tried. So just do it.
I think it is one of the best things you can do for your kids because, you know, we're increasingly living in a multicultural society, in a world that has a lot of kind of international opportunity, and to grow up feeling like that's all open to you, not to grow up kind of just in the country that you live in and the country you were born in, and to grow up with an awareness of all these other places and other opportunities and a understanding of difference and a flexibility and a, you know, that kind of aptitude for navigating difference and recognizing difference, I think is going to be really important for future. So, you know, any negatives that you could see in our lifestyle for the kids, I think are more than counterbalanced by a lot of the positives that I see them absorbing and I see them demonstrating.
And also I think maybe this may be selfish, I don't know. We've had a really awesome time and we're much happier adults because of the choices to live in the amazing countries we've been very fortunate to live in. And I think that I don't see how that is going to be bad for the kids having happier parents. So the ability to move as much as we have has made me a much happier person, which I think is a massive benefit to the kids.